Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another video for you. One of the big announcements for the next expansion, the War for Azeroth, are the new allied races, and I thought it was video worthy to talk about them a bit. Which ones we're getting, how they're unlocked, that sort of thing. So, in this new expansion, we're exploring two new continents, Kul Tiras and Zandalar. To do this, we'll need some aid from some powerful allies, and on the islands themselves, we'll forge new alliances with the inhabitants we've yet to meet. For the alliance, we have the Dark Iron Dwarves, Void Elves, and the Light-Forged Draenei. Now, I kind of suck with the lore, but I'll try to give a very brief backstory for all of these. The Dark Iron Dwarves are one of the three original big dwarf clans. They got their butts kicked in the War of the Three Hammers, were responsible for summoning Ragnaros, and have been living in the Blackrock Mountain ever since. The Void Elves and Light-Forged Draenei are new with Legion. These elves are trained under Illyria Windrunner with her newfound powers tied to the Void. They definitely have been sipping on that Red Bull. And the Light-Forged Draenei are a special race of the Army of the Light found on Argus. You've seen them walking around all over the place, sort of a more glowy and, hornier Draenei. And for the Horde, we have the Nightborn, the High Mountain Tauren, and the Zandalari Trolls. The Nightborn we know pretty well by now. They've been holding out in their city of Suramar and are sniffing out illusions. The High Mountain Tauren, also new with Legion, definitely have a better antler game going on. If I was a normal Tauren, I'd be jealous. And the Zandalari Trolls are the original troll species. They were the most powerful, definitely the best posture out of all of the trolls, and have been pretty dispersed throughout the World of Warcraft. So, how do we unlock all of these races? Unlike other expansions, they're not available to play right from the get-go. Instead, you must first go through a bit of story in the new expansion to kind of bring them into the fold in a way that makes sense. Once you progress far enough for each race, you'll be able to pick them just like you would any race at the character select screen, and they're of course open to account services such as the paid race change. Also, they'll start off at level 20s, so they let you skip that first set of levels aimed for beginners. They also have their own unique racial abilities, as you would expect. So far, we know specifics on just two, the Light-Forged Draenei and the High Mountain Tauren. The Light-Forged can summon a forge and anvil at any time, and they have a plus 10 blacksmithing skill. They get 20% more XP from killing beasts, take 1% less holy damage, and when you die, you deal some AoE damage to enemies and AoE healing to allies. They also get an ability called Light's Judgment, which calls down a beam of energy and deals some AoE damage to enemies. As for the High Mountain Tauren, they get plus 15 to mining and they can mine faster, they have 1% more versatility, they take 330 less damage per hit, and this probably scales depending on your level. So at level 20, it might be like 15 less damage. And you also have a chance to loot additional meat and fish whenever you're looting meat and fish. And you get the Bull Rush ability, which lets you charge forward for 1 second and knocking down any enemies for 1.5 seconds. So again, those are just two of the 6, and I'm sure we'll get details on the others soon. As for what classes are available, so far we have details on 4 of them listed here. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. You can also see this on the official Battle for Azeroth website, which I'll have linked in the description. And another interesting bonus is if you do level these new allied races to max, you'll unlock a special transmog called Heritage Armor. These are special transmog armor sets usable by the respective allied race, and it'll line up with what that race looks like. For example, the Nightborn Elves will have that Suramar type armor that we've seen, the Dark Iron Dwarves will have that black and red forged plate mail, and etc. Also, the armor type is universal, so if you have heritage armor that has a plate-like appearance, you can transmog it as a priest or a rogue. You just have to be that matching allied race. Only Nightborn Elves can use the Nightborn Heritage set, for example. A big thing to take away from all of this is that it was confirmed that it's just a taste of things to come. We have 6 planned just at launch, and there's obviously a huge potential for more. There are so many candidates for both the Horde and Alliance, it's crazy. Now personally, if you ask me, out of this batch, I think the Horde came out better, and this is as a die-hard Alliance fan. The Zandalari trolls, in my opinion, are just so cool ever since I saw them in the Throne of Thunder. Plus, they don't have that hunchback thing going on. Speaking of which, we also got some news of updates to the current races as well. Specifically, Orcs will be able to choose between Hunchback and no Hunchback, also changeable at the Barber. They also said that they were going to take a look at Goblins and Worgens sometime post-launch. Specifically, they mentioned that they wanted to make the female Worgen look less like Chihuahuas. It'll be interesting to see how things progress. The racials for all of these, potential new allied races in the future, and so on. As always, if there are any major updates, I'll be sure to make a follow-up to this, so look out for that. I hope you found the video helpful, like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Farewell for now, mortals. We hope you enjoyed today's video. See you again soon.